Hi, beautiful. We're reading today in chapter 9 of the text, The Acceptance of the Atonement. And we are in section 2, the answer to prayer, paragraph 1. Everyone who ever tried to use prayer to ask for something has experienced what appears to be failure. This is not only true in connection with specific things that might be harmful, but also in connection with requests that are strictly in line with this course. I'll pause here and say, that's pretty interesting. Right here, A Course in Miracles is saying, if you pray for something, you have experienced what appears to be failure, whether it was something harmful or something in line with the course. So that's definitely outside of the thought system that most of us were taught growing up. So this is very interesting. Let's keep going. The latter in particular might be incorrectly interpreted as proof that the Course does not mean what it says. You must remember, however, that the Course states, and repeatedly, that its purpose is the escape from fear. Let us suppose then that what you ask of the Holy Spirit is what you really want, but you are still afraid of it. Should this be the case, your attainment of it would no longer be what you want. I'll pause and say that's really interesting. You might actually ask for what your heart's truest desire is, but there is some part of you that is afraid of getting that. And therefore, if you attained it, it would no longer be what you want. This is why certain specific forms of healing are not achieved, even when the state of healing is. An individual may ask for physical healing because he is fearful of bodily harm. At the same time, if he were healed physically, the threat to his thought system might be considerably more fearful to him than its physical expression. I'll pause here and say, that's really interesting. If the Course is trying to help us escape from fear, why would God bless us with something that would terrify us? This is a very silly example, but I had an experience where I was up in Mount Shasta with some friends. We were camping, and I heard something. They had all been talking about, oh, did you know there's lots of aliens in Mount Shasta? And I was kind of like, oh, okay. Not taking it too seriously, but we were staying out in the middle of the woods, and I got up in the middle of the night and I was walking in the dark and I heard something rustling next to me. And my first thought was like, oh, it would be so cool if an alien just like walked out of the woods. And I was kind of just using my imagination. And then all of a sudden I was like, would I really want that? And I started thinking about it. And then I heard steps, like it sounded like steps crunching on the ground, breaking twigs, coming closer to me. And I was like, and I started feeling this panic of like, I don't think I actually do want to see an alien. and then the noise went, and then the noise stopped. And I was like, I have no idea what that sound was coming from, but it was just that moment of, do I really want what I think I want? Like, what would I do if it actually happened? So I do understand where this is coming from. If he were healed physically, the threat to his thought system, I'll pause here and say, imagine, somebody who did have some severe disability, and if some great healer walked up to them and tapped them and their body was instantly healed, the dysregulation that could cause psychologically. I don't know, it's an interesting thought. The threat to his thought system might be considerably more fearful to him than its physical expression. In this case, he is not really asking for release from fear, but for the removal of a symptom that he himself selected. The Course tells us, I'll pause and say, the Course tells us again and again that we're sovereign and we are the dreamer of the dream. So we can't, if we're being sane, we can't blame God for the dream we're having. This request is therefore not for healing at all. The Bible emphasizes that all prayer is answered, and this is indeed true. The very fact that the Holy Spirit has been asked for anything will ensure a response. Yet it is equally certain that no response given by him will ever be one that would increase fear. It is possible that his answer will not be heard. It is impossible, however, that it will be lost. There are many answers you have already received but have not yet heard. I assure you that they are waiting for you. If you would know your prayers are answered, never doubt a son of God. Do not question him and do not confound him, for your faith in him is your faith in yourself. If you would know God and his answer, believe in me, whose faith in you cannot be shaken. Can you ask of the Holy Spirit truly and doubt your brother? Believe his words are true because of the truth that is in him. You will unite with the truth in him, and his words will be true. As you hear him, you will hear me. Listening to truth is the only way you can hear it now and finally know it. The message your brother gives you is up to you. What does he say to you? What would you have him say? Your decision about him determines the message you receive. Remember that the Holy Spirit is in him, and his voice speaks to you through him. What can so holy a brother tell you except truth? But are you listening to it? Your brother may not know who he is, but there is a light in his mind that does know. This light can shine into yours, giving truth to his words and making you able to hear them. His words are the Holy Spirit's answer to you. Is your faith in him strong enough to let you hear? You can no more pray for yourself alone than you can find joy for yourself alone. Prayer is the reinstatement of inclusion directed by the Holy Spirit under the laws of God. Salvation is of your brother. The Holy Spirit extends from your mind to his and answers you. You cannot hear the voice for God in yourself alone because you are not alone, and his answer is only for what you are. You will not know the trust I have in you unless you extend it. You will not trust the guidance of the Holy Spirit or believe that it is for you unless you hear it in others. It must be for your brothers because it is for you. Would God have created a voice for you alone? Could you hear his answer except as he answers all of God's sons? Hear of your brother what you would have me hear of you, for you would not want me to be deceived. I love you for the truth in you, as God does. Your deceptions may deceive you, but they cannot deceive me. Knowing what you are, I cannot doubt you. I hear only the Holy Spirit in you, who speaks to me through you. If you would hear me, hear my brothers, in whom God's voice speaks. To answer to all prayers, the answer to all prayers lies in them. You will be answered as you hear the answer in everyone. Do not listen to anything else, or you will not hear truly. Believe in your brothers because I believe in you, and you will learn that my belief in you is justified. Believe in me by believing in them, for the sake of what God gave them. They will answer you if you learn to ask only truth of them. Do not ask for blessings without blessing them, for only in this way can you learn how blessed you are. By following this way, you are seeking the truth in you. This is not going beyond yourself, but toward yourself. Hear only God's answer in his sons, and you are answered. I'll pause here and say, I feel there are many layers and levels of meaning to the text, and those are some really profound things we just read, and I don't want to pretend that I understand every layer or level or potential meaning of those beautiful and profound words. But what did stand out to me, and I would love to hear if something came through differently for you, I'd love for you to share in the comments so that I can learn from you. What did come through for me is this principle of hearing only the truth that we've been taught in other sections, that there's really only two things that anyone is ever saying, which is I love you or a cry for love. So when we see lovely behavior, lovely words, that's saying I love you. And when we hear or see ugliness, that is a cry for love. That is someone who is lost in a nightmare, lost in a delusion. And it says in the Course that we can look past the nightmare and look at the truth in them, the truth of who and what they are, and see and hear that. And in doing so, we help them be free from the nightmare. And of course, we should always use discernment. I've had times where I wanted to support someone and Spirit told me very clearly, this isn't an emotionally and or physically safe situation for you. You need to step back. But that didn't mean I needed to demonize that person or hate that person or hold unforgiveness or grievances in my heart. I can just trust that this person who is at their core on a soul level also perfect, whole, and complete, and that they have their own customized course, and that they will get the information they need at the right time and place, that they can hear it. And I trust that. and have that faith in them and look past the lies of the ego in them. And as we do that, we're able to look past the lies of ego in ourselves, and truly it becomes our own salvation. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you got some value out of today's reading. Thank you, beautiful one, shining one, for showing up and being you, the perfect person to be. God's gift to the world. Love you. See you soon.